Hello, everyone. It's Laurel from Forever Purple Creations, and happy super duper fun Friday. And today is Belting Friday with Roxanne from Pixie Bee and Me. Say hello, Roxanne.
Hi.
And that's her hand you saw. She's going to be teaching us how to felt today. And I have my sweet crafty sis, Rosie Posey. Say hi, Rosie.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Duper Fun Friday.
All right. So so today we're going to be doing, I've been waiting forever and ever to get Roxanne on here. She's going to go over and show us how to make some carrots. I'm sure she will also go over with us some good tools to use, some things objects we can use to do our felting and everything on. So she's going to be very helpful in teaching us how to felt today. And sorry, I had it on the wrong camera. Maggie's pictures just there in case I didn't have Rosie here and I needed another box so that you could see both of us. She is not here. She's not feeling well. She has a really bad abscess. So let's all say a prayer for Mags, and let's say a prayer for Angie and the issues she's going through right now, and a prayer for Patty and Paula that they stay warm in Round Top, and a prayer for Abs that all of her craft room stuff goes really well, and a prayer for Michelle that they get out of this deep freeze along with me. So there you go. So I think I covered everybody. So I'm going to pull up my chat on my iPad real quick, and then we'll see who's here. So give me 1 second, ladies. Let's see if I can find what I need to find here. You know me, I'm always like way behind on everything. All right, come on, slide. My thing would cooperate. Come on. All right, well, I think my laptop's going to die like soon because it doesn't seem to want to do anything. I may have to use my phone. See, super duper fun Friday not starting out so well. Come on, slide. What is the issue? It doesn't want to. I can't get to even touch my screen. The volume doesn't want to go up and down. I'm at 100%. All right, let me grab my phone. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me get to YouTube.
Who is crafting along with everyone else?
Thank you, Rosie. All right, I have to explain. I don't know if you guys see the.
Crafting along with everyone else.
Thank you, Rosie. I turned the volume down.
Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that?
See my big bed? It is no longer laying flat in my room. It is up till I can get it out of here. So I have all this lovely room. I don't have to go under my desk anymore. I can just walk on over there. So let me see who's here and let me say hi to everyone. I know Liz was here. I don't know if she's still here. Her name is it's Liz. I'm guessing that's one of your friends, Roxanne.
Yes.
Okay. Elizabeth. Sure. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Angie. Hi, River. Sorry we're late, guys. You know me. I'm always running late. Hi, Linda. Let's see. Hi, Julia.
It's Liz. Yeah, I saw her there.
And Lisa Stavanoa. I'm guessing that's.
Yes, she's a friend of mine too. So we're going to meet a lot of new people.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on over to my channel while Roxanne is here. Hi, Shell. That's my sister, Shelly Matlock. Hi, Julia. Hi, Abril. I'm not sure if I said hi. Michelle Hornick. That's got to be one of your friends. Hi, Michelle.
Yes. She's right up the road from me.
Oh, hi, Maddie. Hi, Madison. How are you, ladies? This is so weird watching it on my phone. Hello, Nana. How are you doing? Oh, the sound won't work. That's not any fun. Let's see. Let me continue scrolling down. Hi, Patty. The three of us are here. What do you mean the three of you? Who's the three? Oh, you. No, don't tell me. It's you, Paula, and Elisa, right? That's got to be the three.
Why don't there's Patty?
Hi, and Robin Stapp. Is that one of your friends, Roxanne? I know I've seen her before.
I have. I recognize the last name.
All right, and Liz is still here. So.
Oh no.
All right, so I'm gonna click over to Roxanne for a minute. She can start by telling you what she wants to tell you. I'm going to run and grab my charger now that I need to use my phone. So give me 1 second. So Roxanne, we're on you. So you can start talking to them.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Dana.
Oh, I see that there is a little bit of a lag, so I better stop looking over at YouTube. All right, guys. This is needle felting. And I'm going to start from the beginning because I think a few of you may not even know what needle felting is. Needle felting is when you take wool fiber. It can be alpaca, sheep, obviously. There's many other different types of fibers, but this is a fiber bat. Roving is when you want to spin wool. You want it all straight, and they card it all beautifully straight, and you spin it. We want bat because bat is already going in different directions, which will make it easier to felt with our felting needles. We want it messy. We don't want it all neat and going one way. So I have some green and I have some orange. So that's our wool. This is what we're going to be making tonight. These are carrots, and we're making a little bundle of 3. This is the mat that I'm using. This is a foam mat, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. We can use any piece of foam will work. Styrofoam will work, but it comes apart real fast. But in an emergency, you could put that under you. I've also taken a bag, a drawstring bag, a muslin burlap bag, and I've put rice inside and then drawed it shut and put glue inside so that the rice doesn't fall out while you're needle felting. Then you want to use a needle. This is a special needle. It's a needle felting needle. This one is a star 38. It has barbs on the sides, which you cannot see. I don't even know if this is going to focus if I bring it up. All 5 sides have barbs, but the barbs come in one direction. So as I stab into the wool, the barbs will pull and tangle the wool. As you come up, nothing happens. So it's kind of like sculpting with wool. You can get these needles through my Etsy shop. I have kits right now for these that has everything you need. So you can always go there if you want to make this and you don't want to run around looking for everything. This tool has 3 needles. And when I buy this tool, I replace them with the star 38 needle because it just makes for easier work. So there's also wet felting, which is a whole nother story. And then flat felting, which I will also demonstrate someday with you guys, where you actually are drawing with it on a flatter surface instead of making it a dimensional item. This tool also has 7 needles. So this is really good when you're doing a flat surface to do lots and lots of needles at the same time. Makes your work go faster, basically. So you guys ready to felt?
Yes, we are. And I think the one I bought actually doesn't have any barbs on it at all. It's just,
you probably cannot feel them because a lot of times the kits at Michael's and different places, their needles are terrible. And then somebody tries to try this hobby and they get frustrated.
Yeah,
because it doesn't want to grab because the needles that they sell are not good quality. You want a good needle when you work with this, because if you don't, then as you're working, you're having to stab and stab and stab and stab forever just to get anything to happen.
Right. That's what I'm going to be stabbing forever to get anything to happen, because I couldn't find what I was looking for anywhere because the store decided to tell me, oh, we never carried those. Like, I've never seen them before in the store. But so, I'm going to do my best to follow along, but I really am curious to learn tonight. So like I said, most of this is going to be about you because I want to learn, and it's easier for me if I can watch.
And that's one of the reasons I put a kit in my shop too, is because you can't find it locally. It's really hard. You have to order everything online,
Right.
pretty much, to find it. Hobby Lobby does carry wool.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's pretty good. The
Okay.
needles are just not that great at the stores. So you can't, and they don't even say what they are at the store. All I know is when I try to use them, I'm like, no way, when I get used to using these.
Right.
So
hi, Johnny. Hi, Nick. Nicarita. I just say Nix. Hi, Nix. Hi, Penny. All right, I'm going to interrupt you here and there just to say hello to people, but
absolutely.
And go ahead. Ladies, I did want to let you know, you can find a link below to Roxanne's YouTube channel, as well as her Etsy shop where she does have the kits and needles and stuff. She also does some beautiful, I'm guessing that's your creations with the little walnuts and the things in them.
Yeah, I do polymer clay miniatures inside, and my husband cuts the walnuts for.
That is awesome. So you guys make sure to go check her out because she does something different that I've never seen. See, every time you meet someone new, you learn something new. And she does these little what do I want to call them?
I call them walnut basket ornaments.
Yeah, walnut basket ornaments with little animals and stuff in them. They're super cute. So please go check her out.
Also, you guys, if you want to just follow along with me, and you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. I'm not really looking at the screen because it's my first time doing a live.
Yeah, I will take care of that for you. So don't worry.
So this is in the kit. I'm going to be giving enough to make 3 carrots. So you would take your wool and separate it into about 3 the same. It doesn't have to be exactly the same because carrots are not all the same. So you're going to take the wool, and I'm going to get a little more from this one. And you're going to spread it out a little bit. And then you're just going to start rolling. And you're just going to roll it up into the basic shape.
And these would be great for spring projects, ladies.
Exactly.
And
Rosie, so when I get it to this shape.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said, and you can talk too.
Yes. I'm answering some of their questions in text so that I don't want to interrupt Roxanne much.
So I've rolled up the wool into a basic carrot shape, and it's really soft and pliable right now. And then you're going to take your needle carefully. I suggest you have a Band-Aid handy.
Yeah, I'll probably poke myself 100 times.
And you're going to keep stabbing. Literally, you're just felting with this needle. You can hear it.
I can hear it. That's so weird.
And it just crunches and crunches and crunches. It entangles. The barbs are doing their work. They're just tangling the carrot. The wool, not the carrot, but the wool together. And then you would start rolling it. Now you can probably not see, but it's going out the other side. You don't have to go in that far. You can go in maybe 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to keep rolling it. And I'm focusing on the middle of the carrot right now.
Well, you can already tell how fast it's starting to pull itself together.
Can you hear anything, Laurel, when you poke your needle into your wool?
No. Hold on.
I love the sound.
No, not hearing nothing. It's just like, I think this needle was meant to poke it into the board and make a flat picture.
Okay, got it.
So it's obviously the wrong needle.
So this is getting denser as I'm stabbing the wool with the needle.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's just getting more and more dense.
Kind of like if you kept ratting your hair.
Yeah.
The same concept.
Well, this will really make you feel like it. When you do this with your hands, it actually felts it too. You can,
Really?
it just condenses it. See that? See the difference?
Wow.
Because it doesn't make it where, see how I can't pull it apart?
Yes. Wow.
That's because
really
it's felted. If I just rolled it, it would come right apart. But I can roll it as I'm stabbing, and that helps condense it even more. A lot of people will breathe on it. Just the heat from their breath, the warmth, and the steam will help condense it more. Now, the end here is soft because I've been working here.
Okay.
So this is the end that I want to be pointy.
Okay.
So I'm going to rub it between my fingers a little bit. See? Give it a little bit of a start. And then start rolling and needle felting it.
My sister says that is so cool. It is how fast it comes together.
With the right needle, absolutely.
Now I'm mad that I couldn't find what I was looking for today. That's very upsetting. But I will.
Yeah, I run into a lot of people because I used to teach this at my house. And I have people coming over in about a week to do this class again because I was out of commission for a while.
Awesome. And at some point once we get going, if you could explain, I don't know if you did already, and show us each the different needles and what would be, like good to start with. I think you went over briefly.
Yeah,
I
definitely will.
Okay.
Because we'll have more people coming in that may have missed the beginning of that. Again, this is a star 38.
Okay.
Which is my favorite needle.
I think
now there's times when you don't want a needle that stabs a lot. Like,
okay,
I'm hoping to come on again if people are interested and do a bunny. And if I get down to doing his eye, I don't want it grabbing and pulling real quick. Because if I was putting an eye here with a needle like this, eventually the eye is gone. It's buried in there. Right. So you need a more delicate needle for that.
Okay. See, that's what I want to learn. That's good information right there. My bunny would be, blind.
And then there's also a spiral needle, which is even more crazy. It has all the sides, plus it's in a spiral. So that really is a workhorse of a needle.
Yeah, I definitely would want you to come on and do a bunny. That'll be awesome. And hopefully by then I'll have some stuff ready to go. I'm so mad that they didn't have it anywhere.
Have I posted in group all the pin cushions that I make? I make a ton of pin cushions, and I'd love to teach you ladies that.
Oh, that would be awesome too.
Because that is flat felting. I needle felt it, but it's flat. So it's like making a picture on the top of a pincushion with whatever wool you want.
Oh,
so like
nice.
The pincushion is needle felted across the top.
Okay.
And it's inside like a vintage teacup.
Nice.
I'll needle felt the whole top. And then I will just take little bits and draw with the wool.
Okay.
Whatever design I want, like a pansy or whatever to match the teacup.
Awesome.
Oh, sounds interesting.
I'll post some pictures in the group of that. So this is the fatter end of the carrot.
Okay.
So as I was needle felting this, it's still soft, but I don't want to go to the point where it's unmanageable.
Okay.
Because we want to do the dimples and the little lines in the carrot. If we get this so dense that when we come back to do these, it won't take it because it's already all felted completely.
Right. Okay.
So on this end, I'll basically shape it to similar to what I want. It's a very forgiving craft. This is where you want to be careful because I'm going towards myself here.
This is where I want to put a big piece of rubber next to my fingers.
Yes. They have leather thimbles. People will wear them, but I'm not used to it.
I have her channel. When the video's over, you can hit that little arrow in the drop-down box and you'll find her channel. It's called Pixie Bees and Me is her channel.
And I have a tutorial on these carrots on there. So you guys can follow along, again.
Angie says it makes her want to eat. LOL.
You're welcome, Shell.
So I will just pull with my needle. Now, when I'm pulling like this, I'm not putting a lot of force. These will break.
Okay.
So you don't want to keep pulling and manipulating. You want to manipulate straight in.
Okay.
And then come around the edge and clean it up a bit. If you were to go around and get impatient and say, okay, there's all these little pieces of wool hanging out, and use scissors, you wouldn't be able to tuck them in later. It kind of messes it up. I have used scissors when I'm completely done and satisfied. If there's stuff that's bothering me, I will give it a little bit of a haircut. But you really don't want to do that until you're completely happy, because you won't be able to felt it if you cut the ends.
Right.
Do we have any questions out there?
I haven't seen any yet.
Okay.
Wool sharpen your needles, Rox. Oh, Michelle says the wool sharpens your needles as you use them, that you taught her that.
Yes, absolutely. My pin cushions, I sell many, many pin cushions at my craft fairs. And back in the day, they took the wool from their sheep. This is how it came about for pin cushions. Because back then, the needles would rust. The safety pins would rust.
Right.
They're sewing pins and needles. So they took wool from their sheep because there's natural lanolin in this wool. And they wrapped up these precious things because their husbands obviously had to go horseback and find them and get them for them. They'd put them in there and roll it up because the lanolin would keep them from rusting.
No.
We don't have that problem anymore.
Right.
But the wool in the wool pin cushions, as we sew and use our needles, if we keep them in a wool pin cushion, we are sharpening the pins and needles every time we go into a wool pin cushion. That's why so many people use a wool pin cushion. Okay. Also, the lanolin that is left in here, I wonder if anybody remembers Grandma saying, when you're sewing, if you can't get it to go through, you'd run it through your hair. Because when you run your pin through your hair and you're trying to pin it into something, the oils from your own hair help it go through.
Okay.
Well, there's lanolin in this, and it does the same thing. Because you're going to think this is funny, but the older I get, the harder it is for me to take my pin and run it through my hair.
Right.
Without stabbing myself. But yes, my pin cushions are very good for pins and needles, and that's why a lot of people like them. They're really fun to make. So now we pretty much have our carrot. You can roll it just to get some of the hairs. Like right here, there's some hanging out. So I will just take that and kind of wrap it around my needle and stab it into the carrot.
Okay. I added the channel for you, ladies.
I tried. I couldn't do it.
It's okay, Rosie. No worries.
So now we're going to do the green. So the green is much easier. So we're going to be doing these tops here.
Okay. And Lisa says, putting a handmade tomato pin cushion on your mantle is supposed to be good luck. I don't like cold tomatoes. I like them cooked, but I think I'll have to get one of those just because who doesn't need extra luck, right?
For sure. The other thing I like about having a pin cushion, see how I rolled that, you guys? It's pretty much, but see, it will come right apart. That's why you have to needle felt it.
Right.
To make your stems.
Okay, my question is, how many times do you think you've stabbed yourself? And do you stab yourself?
Lots of times. Michelle Hornick, which is on here right now watching, she's a really good friend of mine, and we do shows together. And I demo this at the shows. Because if you've seen this bundle at a show, just say, right? And I sell these bundles right here for $8. If you went to Michael's and you saw this little stuffed animal thing and they don't get how it's hand done.
Right.
unless you're showing them. And I usually make the pin cushions right there while people are watching. And one of our shows is it's Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's a 4-day show, and I demo the whole time it's open because I sell a lot more if I demo the whole time.
Of course you do.
People don't know what the pin cushions can do or how they're made. So by the end of that weekend, yeah, I'm stabbing myself like crazy because I'm tired. But people are fascinated with it. Little kids really love it. I'll make pumpkins at the fall shows, and I'll try to make like little teeny ones.
Right.
For the little ones that are just intrigued and they just want to know all about it.
Super cute carrots.
Thank you. So now I have one of the stems, and it's way too long. So because I only needle felted this end, I can pull this part off. And then I want to leave this woolly part. I don't know what else to call it, but it's unfelted part.
Okay.
Loose so that I can come up to the carrot. Now cooperate here. And use my needle to attach it. The more I stab this into, needle felt it into the top, you can kind of see it's, can you guys see better, I think, like that? I might have too many lights on.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
River says she's already got her missing notifications, though.
So I got one attached.
Okay.
And then we just go on and we do 3 more.
I was just going to ask you something and it jumped right out of my head, so I got to think a second.
Hi, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin, what's up? Yes, it is a carrot.
Hello, Dustin.
That's my son.
Angie says that she used to do craft shows. It's a lot of work to get ready for one.
It is. I'm very blessed that my husband goes to each one, helps me set up, and sometimes he'll stay out the whole day with me.
Oh, yeah. You're very lucky.
Michelle says, she made me a little lamb brick path to a little house on my teacup pin holder. Oh, I bet it's beautiful too, Michelle.
I'll send you guys a picture on the group of all those pin cushions she's talking about, because that is one of my most famous ones, and that one takes me forever. When you guys see the little teeny lamb on the top that I have to make, that little lamb is really hard. But
So,
that design is one everybody wants.
Right. So you're telling me you've never gone live before on YouTube?
No.
Okay, well, your class teaching has come in handy because you would think you've been on here forever. Most people get on here, they don't know what to say, and their first time and everything. And it's like you've been on here all the time.
Well, thank you, Laurel. I just don't want to sound like when I'm used to doing it at shows, so I kind of sound like a pushy salesman sometimes.
No,
so I want to make sure I'm
a pushy salesman, but you sound like you've been doing this forever.
Yes.
I absolutely love teaching. That's my favorite thing about having the gifts that God gave me, is that I can share them with others.
That's right. And you guys have to ignore the house phone ringing as always.
I banded my family to the bedrooms, or it would be very noisy in here, because my craft room is my...
Yes.
I was lucky when we found this house. It has 2 doors, front doors, and it's in the country, and the one door opens right into my studio. But that's the door everybody uses to come in. It's like an addition to the house, I think. And so it's like the formal family room that nobody uses.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's my craft room.
Avril says she agrees with you, Laurel, on what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks, Avril.
That Roxanne is a natural. I live with my sister, the one that's in chat. So my craft room is my room, but she has a house phone and I have an extension in here. So when it rings, I don't usually answer it, but you'll hear it ringing.
Gotcha. So now you have the tops of your carrots.
Aw, they're so cute.
And the way you can tell if it's actually needle felted, like I can tell this one is just not needle felted good yet. When you go to pull it, it'll come out. See, I can tell it's just not strong. So I'm going to take it out. See how forgiving it is? And I'm going to start over with this one. And I'm going to show you guys what this one can do. Because it's got 3 needles. And then I just turn it. It's like sculpting with wool, basically. I've done one of my special orders, a customer, she was meeting her boyfriend at the airport after he had come back from the service. And it was Christmas. So she wanted mistletoe. And for some reason, she wanted to keep the mistletoe. So she asked me if I could needle felt a mistletoe for her.
Aw.
Yes,
21 Band-Aids. 21 Band-Aids later. That was a very hard special order.
Yes, thumbs up, ladies. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I just love the sound.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's something about the sound.
When my husband, when I'm doing the pin cushions, I have to do like a big flat area. So I use this.
Okay.
Ow. I use this one. And so I'm like this along the whole top. All the way around the top until it's flat because I put layers and layers of wool and I need to flatten it to make it almost as flat as this felt. So my husband's like, what's wrong or whatever, because I'll keep going faster and faster if I get frustrated.
Are you stressed? No, this is very relaxing.
So now we're going to do the little dimples.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Angie Brown.
We're going to do the lines in the carrots. And it's pretty much, once you've learned a pumpkin is pretty much the same thing. Okay. Now, say you wanted to do a really big pumpkin, say, okay, or a really large carrot. You could even do this. You can cheat a little bit and it has to be 100% wool yarn. And it's harder to find than you would think. But it's a fisherman weight, 100% natural wool yarn. You can roll that into a ball and start with that as a pumpkin and then start covering it with orange.
Okay.
Which is what I do because it gives it more weight. Because wool is very light. So now that I want to make the lines in the carrot, I'm basically just stabbing in the same spot over and over and over. I'm going to bring this up and see if it will focus.
Yep, it will because it's your phone.
Can you guys see that line? I know on my YouTube video as I was making these lines that it almost looked black on my YouTube video. So I was like, I don't know why it looked dark right here, but it's just making the dimples of the carrot. And then the carrots sometimes just have a little hole or a little one dimple instead of a line. And then you just keep going all the way. The hard part can be sometimes, especially on a pumpkin, is staying on the line because I have to go all the way around.
Right.
Linda says you can also use styrofoam shapes as a base.
Yes.
This is Linda Hansen.
Hi,
yes,
Linda.
Hi, Linda. Linda, the only thing when you use the styrofoam, and I've done decorated eggs like that where I wet felted the wool around the styrofoam. So soap and water around the styrofoam, it will shrink onto it. Just don't stab in the same spot too long on a styrofoam base because it will break down underneath. Because your needle's crunching it up as you do it. Mm-hmm. I have used because making a decorated Easter egg without styrofoam inside, it's really hard to get an exact egg shape.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley McDowell. Linda says, listen, Linda, listen.
Yes.
Aw, thank you, Angie Brown. 13 is not bad luck. That's my birth date. It's not bad. 13 is not an unlucky number.
It is a very relaxing craft. I live in California, and I live about 20 minutes from Monterey. My favorite thing to do is just take this to the picnic bench at Lover's Point and sit there. And
I bet. I would love to sit there and do any craft.
my husband makes me bad enough. Too. If my husband makes me mad, he's like, where'd she go? I think I can find her at the beach, needle felting away.
I love Monterey. I've been there, Roxanne.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I love it too.
I would like to be at a beach right now because I got to go in and out of a cold vehicle 6 times today. And when I mean cold, I mean negative 21 degree cold. So
where are you?
Illinois. I have been freezing all day.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. My little sister was in, where was she? Not Michigan. That's where Michelle's originally from.
Minnesota, maybe?
Where was she?
Because it gets pretty cold in Minnesota.
It is Michigan because it's Holland, right? Isn't Holland in Michigan? Holland, Michigan?
I believe so. Yeah, Michigan gets cold too.
Yeah, she wanted me to come visit her, and her husband, we hadn't seen each other in a while, so her husband and my husband got together and bought tickets for me to go see her for Christmas a couple years. No, it's probably been about 6. And she could not wait for me to come, so she's like, just come now. I'm like, can I wait till like spring? She goes, it's not that bad. Right. I went in February. I literally ran to every store. I had never been anywhere that cold. I was like, oh.
Well,
and you know, as a person that's not around that cold, you put on all these layers and layers and layers. Then you get in the car and you got to take it all off.
Oh no, Angie, I was driving the bus, but you got to remember, I leave my house at 5:15. I got into a freezing cold vehicle. I drive to work. I get into a freezing cold bus. I leave work, get into my cold vehicle, go back to work, get back in my cold bus, leave work, get back in my cold vehicle. Oh yeah, and this is just the start of it. Wednesday, it'll be probably around 30, 35 below on Wednesday. Wind chill.
Can't that be dangerous?
Well, we probably won't have school on Wednesday. Yeah, that's way too cold for kids to be standing outside.
Roxanne,
are you a school bus driver?
Yes, I'm a school bus driver.
Awesome.
In Southern California, Roxanne?
I'm in Central California.
Right. Do you do shows in Southern California though?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Not down south.
Oh, no?
Oh. My husband gets cranky if I go 2 hours away for a show. No.
Oh.
He doesn't like me to go that far.
So you do just local?
Mostly, yeah.
Right.
Johnny says, I lived in Alaska for 35 years. You guys want to talk cold? Nope, I don't, Johnny. I know what you're feeling.
No.
I believe that's where Julia lives right now. She's in Alaska. Yeah, she's in Anchorage. That's right.
Wow.
Yes.
That is too cold
for me.
It's
37 degrees right now.
No. I won't even tell you guys I had to take my jacket off because it got like 70 something here today.
Oh my gosh. Johnny says schools in Alaska don't close till it's negative 55 or colder.
Right.
Well, yeah, they're all in those big giant suits, which I need one of those because I'm telling you, my toes and fingers almost fell off today.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Lisa says she can't wait to move to California.
Hi, Nettie. How are you doing?
Yes, Lisa's moving to Sacramento.
Nettie, you're in Illinois too? I did not know that. Where in Illinois? Yeah, my nose hairs were freezing while I was walking and breathing to my bus. That's how cold it was.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Linda says here it's minus 23 Celsius and a lot of winds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh.
That is crazy. I bet the kids don't lose their jackets like my granddaughter does every other day.
Avril.
I just want to talk with all my kids, my grade school kids, my junior high kids, and my high school kids today, because my high school kids and junior high kids will come to the bus in this thin little hoodie.
Ugh.
And my bus broke down this morning with my high school kids. And I said,
Really? Wow.
this is why I tell you guys, you need to be prepared. Act as if there's no bus. Act like there's no bus. That's how you want to dress. So after I just get through giving the speech to my grade schoolers, one of them leaves their winter coat on the bus. How? How do you leave your winter coat on the bus when it's 21 below? How?
They're used to it.
Oh
No,
my gosh. That is crazy.
Angie, if I would have waited for my car to warm up at work, I would have been sitting there for an hour and a half. It's that cold. And I was already froze. I just wanted to get home.
Wow.
So, Johnny, you must be in Florida now. So you went from Alaska to Florida.
So I think our carrot is pretty much done.
And it looks awesome. Something about that sound. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of, but it's just like that crunching sound. It is very relaxing just to listen to the sound of it.
Yep.
It's just amazing that it turns from that to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about it so much. It's just, it just goes really fast. Here is a bigger one that I worked on.
But don't you really have to know how to sculpt a little though?
Well, it depends what you're doing. Most of the stuff that I do is simplistic, like a carrot or a tomato,
Like, to me, if you pulled just an object out, you could always, just by visual. But as you get better, I'm sure there's plenty of books and stuff where you can go into the more extremes, felt.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If you go into needle felting on Pinterest, who is the Muppet guy? The guy that did the character?
Jim Henson?
Yeah. A lot of his were needle felted.
Really?
Yes, it's crazy. Some of the details that some of these people can get doing needle felting is shocking. They
Hello,
will do.
Kathy or Katie? I'm thinking it's Kathy.
The characters from the Labyrinth.
Wow.
I think it's the Labyrinth. A lot of those were needle felted characters. So some people are really, really detailed.
Oh, I bet.
Doll faces. And I don't know what needles they would use for that.
Yeah.
These barbs on this one, they start about a 1/4 inch up.
Okay.
So I'm assuming if they want to put blush on a little doll's face, they would have to have the barbs
right at
way down at the tip in order to pull it in without making a big dent in her face.
Right.
Like an extra fine needle.
Hi, Kateri. How are you?
Kateri says, nice to meet you, Roxanne.
Hi, Kateri. I love your name.
Maggie's not here, just her picture. She borrowed it to me just in case I needed it. She's suffering from an abscess, so she's on her couch resting.
Kathy says this is her first felting she's ever seen done.
Yeah, you're gonna see more of it, Kathy. She's gonna come on and keep teaching us more and more about it. She's gonna do some beautiful teacup pin cushions and some rabbits. Being as we're praying, we're coming into spring.
Yeah.
Wow, Linda says that there's a lady in Norway that makes those 2 squirrels from Disney.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, there's people, I'm telling you, when you go on Pinterest and look up needle felted characters, wow. I do not even
There is a lady on YouTube that does them, and oh my, I've seen pictures, like she shared them on a Facebook group, and her stuff is just insane. I'm just like, let me get to learn how to use it first and know what I'm doing before I even think about any of that. But I'm always up for a good
Shelly says those are chipmunks, Well.
Yeah, Chippendale.
Well, I know Linda's saying the squirrels from Disney, but I think the squirrels she's meaning, if you actually go to the zoo, Shell, chipmunks at the zoo, they show a chipmunk picture, but they're called squirrels.
Really? Wow.
Chippendale are chipmunks.
And Kateri loves bunnies and little mice.
They're chipmunks, yes. Yes, I love the little mice too.
Oh, Kateri, you should go in my Etsy shop and look at the little polymer clay one I made of a mouse. I made him in a little walnut shell, and he's adorable.
Yes, and that link is below in the description box too, ladies. Actually, I can probably pop that in the chat as well. Give me 1 second here.
I did an Easter egg one time. It was just huge. It was on a styrofoam base. Like, who told me they were using styrofoam? Karen Hansen, last name's Hansen. Anyway, I did an egg that was
Linda
just, about that big. And I wet felted. What wet felting is I would take the same wool and I would wrap it around a styrofoam ball, just layering it different ways and try to make it more, make it consistent.
Okay.
And then I have to hold it all together like that and put it under the hottest water my hands can stand and soap. And just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And eventually it turns into wool fabric because it's wet felted itself.
Okay.
Onto this egg. And the more you rub it and work with it, the more it condenses and attaches to that styrofoam egg. And now I have a styrofoam egg covered in wool that I can draw with any of my colors the designs I want. I've done a tree with Easter with a nest in it. I've done a mushroom house with a little trail. And like I said, I'll post them in group. I'll post a bunch of my needle felting pictures in there so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
I would love to. That sounds really interesting too.
And mine are pretty simplistic. People can follow along pretty easy.
Now, this is my group. Why won't it let me post that link? Don't you even dare. It's not being my friend right now. It's telling me, nope, you can't post that. And I'm telling it, yes, I can.
Well, I don't get along with technology very well, so.
Well, YouTube is being a brat on what you can share, but I'm the one sharing it, and it's my channel. So let's try this again. Nope, it will not let me share that. Anyway, ladies, the link to her Etsy store is down below in the description box. You can find it there. Sorry, YouTube won't let me share it. They're being brats.
You guys want to hear a story of where needle felting came from?
Yes. Kathy Witz, no, there's no styrofoam inside the carrot. It's all done with the wool.
Okay, so it started like this for anybody that came in late. This is, and you will find little pieces of hay and things in the wool because they were sheared off sheep at one time. The way that wet felting came along was, they say, and I don't know, exactly what, but this is what I read on the internet, is that the corrals that the sheep were held in, they would shed and shed and shed, and they would, can I say this on YouTube? They would pee.
Okay.
They would pee, and then they would stomp on their own wool in their shed. And then when they go to clean out the stalls, they'd get these pieces of fabric, basically disgustingly dirty.
Piece you have right there, right?
Yes, they would get this, but 100% wool, and it would just, that's how they developed that they could wet felt fabric, wool into fabrics. That's one theory. So, but that's, if this is kind of what they would use back in the day to make wet. If they wet felted it, they could make fabric out of it.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying the sound.
I do too.
It's weird because when Angie felts, I don't hear that. You just know she's like stab, 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 but I've never heard the crunching sound.
I'm sorry she couldn't make it because she needed to see the right needles, but she can watch my video or a replay of this, right, Narelle? It will come back on.
She will be around when you're on again, so no worries.
Okay.
I know she's.
You can get wool pretty much, at most of the stores. It's this needle.
Where can we buy the wool from like this? Because if I can't find any of the needle felting stuff, where do I find the wool?
I will sell kits for whatever I'm demoing, but you can get wool at Hobby Lobby. Michael's does have a tiny little section. I don't know if Michael's are all set up across country the same, but mine is in the way back corner of the store. But you can get it at Hobby Lobby in little tiny packages.
Okay.
And mostly you can get it online.
All right.
But make sure if anybody buys wool that it's a bat. You don't want roving.
Okay.
Roving goes in one direction. I'm trying to see if I have any roving. But I don't think I do. No. Roving is combed and carded to go one direction so that when the spinners use it, it spins into yarn.
Okay.
And you can use it, but you have to basically go like this with it because it's straight and make it all different directions. This comes all different directions because it's a bat. And it's way easier to work with than a roving. So make sure you're not buying, and it has to be 100% wool because there are bats that have pretty shiny things mixed into them.
Yeah.
And those won't felt.
Okay.
Ask me how I know, buying the wrong kind. So I learned that the hard way because I would feel something at a yarn shop sometimes will have wool. That's where I got my first piece.
I don't think we have yarn shops here. But I will be on the hunt. I'm one of those people ordering, but sometimes I like instant gratification.
Yeah, I don't like to buy online a lot either. I'm like, I want it right now. And then I run around for 4 days trying to find it.
Terry asked, what kind do we get again? What kind does she?
You want bat, not roving. You want bat wool. Right?
BATT, like a bat.
BATT, ladies.
Yeah. Any wool that's just not all combed in one direction. Because if it is, it will take you forever and you have to manipulate it a different way in order to get it to needle felt.
What link is it working, Kim? If it's the link for YouTube, I will try it again. I'm telling you, YouTube doesn't want to allow us to put stuff in anymore.
Shelly just keeps shutting down. That's what happened to Terry earlier. She finally could not come back in.
Really?
Uh-huh. She thinks it was due to the weather. Too cold.
Yeah, it might be here too, but actually I'm going to knock on some wood because I'm not having any problems with my hangouts right now, so we'll just keep it
Linda says they have wool on Allie.
Okay.
But she doesn't know the quality of it.
The link I just posted is her YouTube, but if you can't find it, did you try the link in my description box? If not, you just have to look her up at Pixie Bees BEE' and me. That's her YouTube. That's her Etsy. They're both exactly the same.
Hi, Melissa.
It's I'll put it in here for you guys.
Yeah, I changed everything to the same when I opened my YouTube channel because I was like, I don't want to have all these different names. It's too hard for me.
When you look her up on YouTube or Etsy, that's what you want to look at. Pixie Bees and Me. Oh, it worked for you good, Nettie. So, Shell, you're just having issues. That's all.
So for some of you that may have come in late, this is a star 38 needle felting needle. And I have in my shop on Etsy, I have a kit that comes with a needle, some green, some orange, enough to do this little carrot bundle of 3 little carrots and some raffia to go with it.
And I can tell you, ladies, it's a really good price. I did go and look because this kit they had at Christmas time was, let me see if I can find the package. I'll tell you, like these little kits, they're just this flat kit was going for $12.99. So she has the carrot kit with a good needle, not like this flat one I just got. I think it was, is it okay if I say?
Oh, yes.
I think it was $8.99. Am I correct?
Nope, it's $6.50.
Oh, $6.50. So if you want to start out and try something, that is a great price for the wool and for a needle. I know because when I was out going to be purchasing these, it's not cheap when you buy it that way. So if you want to just buy a simple kit and practice, that would be a good starter kit for you guys. Now, do you sell needles separately too, Roxanne?
No, I do write on there if you guys have trouble with the needles to let me know and we'll do that because I just kind of put this kit out there because I knew I'd be on here tonight. So I wanted to make sure that people that couldn't find this across the country could find it.
Right. So even if you guys want to try it, you can always go purchase the kit and then come back and watch the video too. And that'll help you.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons that I put it on my YouTube channel too, is so that people can follow along. And don't be shy to private message me because it doesn't bother me at all.
Ooh, maybe I'll go there.
Yeah, exactly, Rosie. Go there. I was just going to say, I don't live there.
Although Chatsworth is not very close to me, but I can make the sacrifice.
I know. I was just telling my friend Michelle Hornick that's on here watching us tonight that I've been watching YouTube channels and Hobby Lobby's going to try to break my bank again like they did last year with their clearance.
Oh,
like,
no. Don't even say it because Hobby Lobby is like one of my, it probably goes Hobby Lobby. Depending on the Michaels and Joann's I go to, they flip-flop back and forth. Like I said, I have many. And the bigger ones, like I have a giant one in Arlington Heights. It is like bigger than a super Walmart. And it is just like sensory overload. It is so big. Uh-oh, we just lost Pixie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hopefully she'll get back on. There she is. There's her picture. So she's still here. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll click over to me for a minute. Or let's click over to Rosie. And Rosie can show us her beautiful glue book she's working on while we're waiting for Roxanne to get back in.
All right, then. What about you? What do you have there?
I just have, this is the felt I bought today. It doesn't do nothing. See?
Oh,
doesn't do nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't do nothing.
Yeah. So this is the book that I'm working on. I did this book several years ago, and I just left it there empty without doing anything to it and the inside. So I was watching Gail Augustinelli doing her blue book. And so I really liked it, and I thought I'd give it a try, and I really love it. It's like, collaging, gluing images to your paper.
Linda, do you have beautiful purple wool? Sorry. Go ahead, Rosie. She says she has a big tote of all colored wools.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Rosie, turn it around. Turn it around so it's facing.
Turn it around. Yeah.
There you go.
Lots of glare.
Your autofocus is on.
Yes. Oh, she's back. Oh no,
Oh.
that's you.
Uh-oh, now we lost her. She should be able to get back in though. Let me send her a message. Let me send her. Go ahead, you can continue talking.
All right. So, okay, so this is my first page, and what I did, I cut out this dress form, and I loved it. Glued it on, cut out this flower, glued it on, and I did this also, this music paper here, and this small dress form that's reflecting on a mirror there. That's why you see two. And also this piece of flower here from a different magazine. So I have magazines that are just sitting there. So I thought I'd start using them. So I did another collage here with different papers also. And then here's another one.
Yeah, those glue books are pretty cool. I started one a while ago, but
I really like it. I really like it.
oh, that's really pretty, Rosie.
Love it. And then here's this, it said spring song on this music paper sheet here. So I thought, okay, I'll cut it out and glue it on there.
Now, are you just gonna leave it like that, or are you going to use those papers for something?
I probably will use them one of these days. I mean, it's really handy to have them there and use them. So yeah, I've had this notebook for a long time, and see how I decorated it. I did the back also, the inside, everywhere except the pages. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I loved it. It's very relaxing. And then I also did this. This is the slow stitch, and I have several plans for it, but I haven't decided exactly what to do with it. And this trim, this button trim here, I make it myself. So I work on it every so often. And here's the straight stitch in green here. And then on this one, I did it right here along this. And on this one, you can't really tell because of
wonderful, Rosie.
Oh, white. Thank you.
Everybody loves it.
Thank you. And then on this one, I did like zigzag.
Welcome back, Maddie.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, that's
Maddie came back.
Beautiful, Rosie.
So yeah, we'll see what
I can show you guys mine if you'd like to see it.
Yes, show us yours.
Oh, yes. I'm very excited because I don't think I ever sat still for so long doing one project.
Oh, really?
So let's see where we're at here. So here's mine. So as you can see, there are just pieces everywhere, and there's all little like different stitches on each piece. There's X's, lines. This is all stitched on. This little piece is stitched on. Then I've got little dashes here or seed stitches, little X's all along here. Then I stitched all around this heart, and then put little seed stitches in the other piece of material. There's a button on here. That's going to be my closure. And then I tried some just like knotted stitches there, right here. And just every little piece is stitched on everywhere. But I absolutely love the way it turned out. And
it is beautiful.
Mine is going to be a journal. So I started going all around the entire edge.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it all the way around. And from the back, it just looks really smooth. You can't even see the stitches on that side. So I've only got just this side to go, and then this will be the inside, and it is going to be a journal. So
that is very, very pretty
signatures in there, and it's also my DT project for Chaos for You, because this is all
okay
Chaos for You stuff on here. So
right.
But yeah, I absolutely love these are going to be.
Everyone's saying gorgeous, lovely, beautiful.
So I'm so glad Abby brought this to our attention because it really does. You just sit and kind of really think and take your time and just, I don't know.
Right.
This is my tranquility. I know it looks like a whole lot going on, but this is Laurel's calm right here. This is how Laurel creates calmly like this.
Good. That's good that you found something that relaxes you.
Yeah, I absolutely loved every bit of it, and I can't wait to get it finished and get a signature in it, and then I'll show it to you guys.
Yeah, that'll be
when that part's all done.
Right.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't purple.
So Roxanne sent a comment. Thanks for joining me, everyone. All my friends now new here. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to watch me and these talents.
Yeah. I do want to say thank you all for coming and joining. And hi, Joy Robinson. We will have Roxanne on again. I probably should have told her to plug her phone in before she started, which is always a good plan. Although sometimes your phone starts getting hot and they do go out. So that does happen when you're using a cell phone. So I will work out some things with her on other ways she can do it so that we don't have that problem. Thank you so much, Roxanne, for joining us. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to learn more. I will have you on more. And I did want to thank all of her ladies from her channel that came over to watch over here. I appreciate it. And I was going to tell you, if any of you have channels, Lisa or any of Roxanne's friends, by all means, put them in the chat. We would love to go over and follow you, ladies. I will be clicking on all of you and seeing if I'm subbed or not. And like I said, see, we learned something new. You never know what you're going to learn from somebody. So it's always good to go over and check out a new channel and support them and show them some love. So if you guys have channels, please make sure you put them in. If you guys have anything special going on, let us know. So I'm can't really get into the challenges and stuff lately. My job and my life is just a little too crazy for all that. But I do love to learn new things. So I'm always out there looking for something new to learn. Oh, thank you, Kateri. So I really didn't have anything else planned for tonight. I know this is going to seem like a really short night. It's kind of really strange for me too, unless there's something you wanted to work on, Rosie.
Oh, well, not really.
No? Okay.
How about you?
Well, I always have stuff I'm working on.
Work on something.
Didn't have anything pulled out. I really wanted to do this felting for tonight. So,
well, I'm sure you have something around. I mean,
I really appreciate it. And we will be in contact so I definitely want you to come on and do the pin cushions and teach us more about the needles and different stuff. So I know, Maddie, isn't that weird? It's like, because we had planned on just felting for tonight and I had planned on having my stuff, but unfortunately, none of the stores, they're trying to tell me they never carried it, but trust me, they did. They are not carrying it anymore. And the only other thing I've been working on is my journals and stuff. So I don't really have anything gathered or out for tonight to work on. And it's too hard for me to pull it all together that quick and get it going. So, which is really strange because I feel like, wait a second, we just started. But everybody
says bunnies will be next.
What? Yes,
Roxanne says that bunnies will be next.
yes, bunnies next for sure. Oh, thank you for coming over and joining Lisa's Crafty Creations. I am gonna go through this chat and click on everybody, which is usually what I do, and make sure I'm subbed to everybody because I'm always up for learning something new and sharing what I find. So you guys make sure you go over and check out Roxanne and watch some of her videos because she will be on more. And if you're ahead of the game a little bit and have some of the stuff. Like I said, she has the carrot kit right now, which is a great starter kit. It's only $6.50, and I'm telling you that is a great price for a starter kit to get you going with felting. And it is very relaxing and something you can sit and do while you're watching TV or anything. You can just put it on your lap and practice some felting. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Rosie, for coming on with me. Don't go anywhere.
No problem. Thank you
Go
for
anywhere when
inviting
we
me.
hang hey, when we hang up. Next Friday, ladies, I'm gonna see how my week goes. Remember when I said I'm gonna be trying something a little bit different once a month? So I'm gonna try and get together some of my quilling stuff and go over some of that with you ladies on how to get started on doing that and different things you can make with that, because it is stuff you can add to your journals and things like that as well, onto your covers and stuff. So if I can get it pulled together, we'll be doing that next Friday. If not, who knows what we'll be working on. It may be just surprise. So thank you all for joining us. I appreciate it. I'm sorry it's so early tonight. But that gives me, now I can get stuff ready for the weekend and get going. I do have my granddaughter's first birthday project I need to start working on, because that's going to be here before I know it. So I think I'll get working on that. So thank you all so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow, Angie. You never know. That might be a good idea. Maybe tomorrow night I'll come on and have some stuff pulled out. So stay warm, everybody. Please stay warm if you're dealing with this cold, because I plan on staying in the weekend because I just can't take it. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And, oh, good. You love quilling? Awesome. Awesome, Jackie. And we will see you soon. I'm not sure about next week. I know Patty's gone. She might be going live from there. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to her. So we'll just kind of put out some posts and let you know who's going to be on next. I know Maddie is on Sunday, I believe. And that's it. So maybe I'll pop on tomorrow night for a while. We'll see. So see you all soon. Have a great weekend.
Good night, everyone. Thank you all.